What you use like Java or Kotlin?
I have used both. Currently, I'm using Kotlin only.
Okay. So what are the latest library you used recently or learned?
Uh, I have used Jetpack libraries, and in current project we have used Jetpack library. Codeine we have used.
And any other thing?
That retrofit, all those things. And in my previous
Okay. So
yes,
what is for Jetpack?
Jetpack component, in that there will be some component introduced by Google. So like navigation graph is there, pagination is there, okay, and data binding, rooms, live data.
Okay. So what is OOPS?
Uh, Object oriented programming language. In that, like we have inheritance, polymorphism, constructor, and interface.
Okay. So uh, like encapsulation. So where you use encapsulation in Android?
In Android, like we have model class, getter and setter. There we use that.
What is method overriding?
If we in same class we have two method with same name and same parameter, that is called method overriding.
Okay. So just explain me fragment life cycle.
Fragment life cycle: on attach, on created view, on create, and on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, on restart, on destroyed, on detach.
Okay. What is the difference between on pause and on stop?
On pause and
On stop.
uh, on stop. Like if your the screen is not visible, that time it will call on pause, and then it will call on stop.
Okay. So just tell me any example
Like you
where
have
only
partially
pause.
visual. Partially visual means on pause. Okay, if it is
Okay.
not fully
Like
visual,
how it will be partially visible?
like you have one pop-up in your screen, so you click on the pop-up, that time it will call on pause partially visual.
Okay. So see, when we in activity, when we add fragments, like suppose one lot of fragments, like five to six
Okay,
fragments is
okay.
there. So we are adding fragment again and again.
Hmm.
So it's adding a stack, right?
Yes.
So what I want, I just want to clear uh, back stack for fragments on click.
uh, we can use that in on detach. We can remove that fragment.
No. See,
uh,
in detach we can remove the fragment only single fragment, but like in stack we have if we can have like five to six fragment already,
hmm,
so we need to clear the stack.
okay. uh,
So basically we want to put pop up.
okay. uh, I don't know, actually I don't have idea about, because we right now I'm using this navigation graph. In that different. So
You don't use fragment.
yeah. Uh, uh, because we was using some like for creating this thing fragment, we was using some fragment manager. Okay, in that we was using some inside some flag. Okay, so we can use that flag, but I don't remember exact that flag name.
Okay. Okay. You use Kotlin, right? So
Yes,
what
yes.
is the benefit of Kotlin over the Java?
Kotlin having Kotlin is concise. If we'll talk about code, we have to write very few lines. I mean, it's reduced number of codes. Uh, Example like we for interface, while we are implementing any other class using that interface, we need to use one keyword implement. Okay, but in Kotlin just we need to use one comma and you can I mean use that interface. Okay, and that smart casting is also in Kotlin, and null safety.
So what is smart casting?
Smart casting like in Java, while we are writing string, we need to use the exact keyword this is string. But in Kotlin, if you are not writing string, or if it is integer, automatically it will understand this is integer.
Okay. There are multiple ways to
Hello.
handle null in the
Sorry, actually,
hello.
due to internet some fluctuation, I didn't hear. Hello. Yeah.
Okay. So my question is that in Kotlin there are multiple ways to handle the null. Okay. So what are these and what is the difference between them?
uh, you are talking about like I didn't get first. Can you please one more?
Null, you told now the Kotlin has a benefit to null set.
Yes, yes.
So there are multiple ways to handle, right?
Yeah. So like we have see, like if we use in cap this thing in exclamation mark, so in that it will allow that null. So it the I mean value may be null also. But if we use question mark, that will be fully null safety, that won't allow any null value.
So that means if you want to execute next line.
Yeah, it will save your, if data some value will be null, it will not going to get I mean it will not crash.
Okay, and in exclamation mark,
It may be yeah, it may be crash, because if null value will be there, it will crash.
and what about letting it?
Let it like you are going to assign some value at later runtime, then you can use let it.
Okay. For API calling, what do you use?
Retrofit library. Yes, retrofit.
So suppose I want to send two parameters like login ID and password,
Okay.
and I want to use get method.
Okay.
So how can we write it code? How can
uh,
we send the parameter?
Actually for sending the parameter, okay, either we can use this thing, we can use direct that class itself, I mean or we can use the query, if it is a query parameter, or we need to send something, right? So field, we can use field.
Okay. And what if I want to use post method? Then how can we send parameter?
In post also we can like the method will be the post, and in that also we can use uh, this field only, and in that field only we can use.
Any other way?
Any other way, like I forgot that name, what is called, like we can make one module class and whole module class we can pass it, and later we can pass that value inside class.
See, suppose if I want to call like three API at a time, like I want to execute parallelly
Mm-hmm.
three API.
Mm-hmm.
How can you do that?
Like three API, like one API is a get, then another API, because in one screen there will be a three thing you are getting, and with three different API, right?
Yes.
So
To store same time all the response system.
yes, yes.
Like suppose I'm printing something,
Hmm.
so all the response should store at a same time,
Okay.
not different.
Okay. So like we have while we are calling an API, we need some add some method and all for calling API and observer in live data. So we can call that in fragment, like we are using coroutine, so we have some launch method. Okay. So in the launch method we can call, same time multiple APIs. It will inside observer we have three different observer, and we'll get that value inside that, we'll get that response inside the observer, and we can set that value.
Okay. So how the cycler view works internally?
Recycler will, like name itself is recycle, means is recycle the views by using the they having this thing on view model, on view, uh, what is called on view holder. Yeah, one view holder. In that, like we have some around 100 data, okay, in list. So like that we are scrolling at that time, like 5 data goes up and below 95 data is there. So that 5 data, uh, they use some view, that view they will use for upcoming that 5 data. So they reuse the views, they won't create each and every items different views. That's what is faster.
So if there's a scenario,
Okay.
I want to use a horizontal cycle view,
Okay.
and not cycle view, and want to show images. So I'm able to show the images, and what I'm doing when I'm scrolling at a one time,
Mm-hmm.
scrolling a whole the list,
Okay.
like or 5 to 6 images at a time. What I want when you scroll at a time, it's it should be scroll only one view, like view pages or image for image sliding. You use the view pages
I see.
like that. I want.
Like we can take one example, like movies example, Amazon Prime or something, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Like that one.
Yeah. So what we're doing, we have different types of, okay. So in different types we are returning the type. So we can, in first what we can do, we can have one adapter, okay. In that adapter for because we have we need to take two recycler view. One is for vertical, one is for horizontal. So in vertical,
No, I just want to use horizontal, not vertical.
you wanted to use only horizontal.
Horizontal.
Okay.
No need for a vertical.
Okay. So there will be only one recycler, only one, like in movies we have multiple playlist, right? So you need only one list, correct? But it should be a then yeah, we have like linear na linear, we are using linear layout management, so we can use the horizontal. With that we can do.
But that
no, like while we are vertically we are scrolling, so the whole list will get a scroll. So if we'll do same thing horizontally, it will only we are just through the horizontal view we are just rotating that. That's it. We are not doing anything. So it will scroll whole view.
Yeah, but I don't want to scroll all this. I just want to scroll one view at a time.
One view at a time. Okay, your question was I don't want to scroll whole items. I want to scroll only one item.
Yes.
Uh, so like there will be one libraries like you talking about like background we need some images, correct? So we have one library with that we can do it.
It's a small thing. We don't need any library.
Uh,
You know what? Okay.
we can do it like we have this thing na on scroll set position, correct? So with that we can also do it.
How? You know?
Like
Try this.
see, like we have mm, a list of movies. Okay, in that I want to scroll fifth one. So the a smooth scroll position it will take that fourth one movies at first.
Okay. What is Snap Helper?
Sorry,
You know what is Snap Helper?
no idea.
Okay. So another scenario is
Okay.
say there is a list. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in this list there are some edit text,
Okay.
and this is a dynamic. It can be 4 edit text and 5 edit text.
Okay.
You know already, like the cycler view layout,
Okay.
we mention in that, and that cycler view we mention in
Edit text.
activity. So so the submit button
Mm-hmm.
is in activity,
Mm-hmm.
but like cycler view items layout is in adapter class.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want, when I click submit button,
Mm-hmm.
so all the information which is feeding by user in the cycle view in
Hmm.
edit text,
Mm-hmm.
it's stored somewhere.
Okay. So like we can use interface. Okay, and in interface like in recycler we are getting that particular items, okay, positions, correct? So in on listener, in that we'll get all those things uh, based on position we'll get all the data, correct? And then we have that submit button. So in the submit button, what as per the position what will get that uh, what we have entered the text, that text will get, and while we are submitting all the text will get as per the position, and while we send it will get submitted.
Okay. So next is have you created custom view
Yes.
for what?
Custom views like we have this thing like uh, in our application one place is there in place like whatever patient got, I mean like first it came and that he got that token generated, so it got next, then next, like we are delivering delivery food deliver or anything like from Amazon, how much it's got reached. So for that we have custom and many other thing like custom this thing, checkbox, snack bar, all those things. Even for progress bar also. Custom adapter we have made for autocomplete.
Any architecture you use?
Right now we are using MBBM.
So what is the benefit for MVVM?
MBBM, mostly the main benefit is that code, I mean what we are writing is very loose couple. Okay, so it's under I mean if somebody will comes new joining, he can also understand all the code, and all the code management will be a very good to understand all those things. And yes, and like it's for testing purpose also it's very easy to test.
To write test cases
Yes.
for integrating testing.
Yeah.
You know integrating testing?
Not much. I have not written for company, just for demo and for learning purpose I have made.
Have you used service?
Yes.
Like in your project, live project, right?
Yes, we have that
Do you
video.
use again?
Sorry.
Just explain.
We have a video calling feature in that. So me and one of the colleagues, we have used integrated that. We have third-party library, the Quick Blocks. Okay, so like for calling to doctor through patient application, we need to use call the service. So for notification, like call will come to, it will show on notification foreground for that. And I have made some application in that also. I have used to show the notification, like we have this thing na, Aarogya Setu application. In that always is coming notification at top. We need to use I mean always enable this what is called no wait, let me Bluetooth. So
What is ANR?
and Android not responding. Like now this, I mean in present mobiles, I don't think it will going to be happen, because every phone having more than 2 GB RAM. Okay, so like in previous old days device, they having less memory, and suppose your application is not responding within a 5 second, that time that because the Google will send this NR pop up.
What is garbage collector?
Garbage collector is like there will be in every project we have lots of unused thing. Okay, so garbage collector main task is to just collect all those things, so it won't take that memory.
Okay. And so, like, what if garbage collector is not able to clean the memory and memory is increasing? So, what will happen to that?
See, like nowadays, like we have this bundle. While we are uploading in Play Store, we have bundle. So internally bundle do these things only, because if we are using APK, that size will be more than bundle size. So in bundle there will be a lots of things they are doing internally, lots of things, like they are checking whether we are using this package or not, we are using this code or not, we are using this library or not. So all those things, if we are not using, they are not considering. So if there will be, I mean it increase the size of the application, and simply it will if garbage collector will work, the application will work, I mean smoothly. Simply they'll increase the size.
No, I'm telling
Mhm.
app by using a bundle, it will not reduce your memory leakage. It will just
Yeah, it will
make
reduce the
unused.
yes
So I
APK.
just want to know how memory leak will occur.
See, memory leakage, we have some memory leakage. So we need to do. I don't have much knowledge on that, but we need to implement so many things. So it will save. I mean, memory leakage, all those things.
Okay. For local storage, what do you use?
I have worked on SQLite and Rooms also, not officially, but like some freelancing project I have used Room.
Okay, so what is room like? So what is the benefit of room?
Uh, uh, Room's benefit is it's first of all it's like it's not much complicated. It's simpler. Okay, so while we are integrating, we are using that room. It's very simple to integrate in applications, and easily we can while we are putting any query, so that will also respond too fast.
Okay. So suppose I some saved some data,
Okay,
small data in shared preference.
okay.
So and I want to clear from the shared preference. How
Uh,
can we do that?
See, if you want to either you can pass. Suppose you have some string, you don't want to. Either you can pass it null, so it will automatically, or if you want to fully clear the whole data, then you can use preference dot clear or remove something. Is one method is a clear, I guess. So it will entire application preference will get removed. Like in preferences we have one XML file, so in that all the data, while we are adding anything, it getting add in that files only. So once we'll do preference dot clear, it will clear entire file. Okay, but if you don't want to that, you can use the, if you can use this thing, either you can pass it null, so it will save it null.
What is ProGuard?
Yes, ProGuard I have not used, but I have heard, and it's like if you are not using something, you can keep or not keep. So it will reduce the size of application, and it will protect your application. Anybody like they can extract your APK and they can see your code. So all those things protect through the ProGuard.
So you know the importance of ProGuard. So why don't you?
Actually, no. In my previous company, they asked us to use this, but my colleague was using, so I was also there. So I understood all the things, and I know.
Okay. Do you know RS Java?
RX Java, no. Actually, officially, I can say I have not used, but yes, I know that. Like for demo purpose, I have used, like we have this thing subscriber on next and on error on completed. So in that on next, like it always observe the data. If data is available, it will call the next data. If data is get completed, it will call on completed. If something if it will get error, it will goes to in error.
Okay.
It's same it's similar to live data, but
Similar to like coroutine.
yeah, yes,
But also coroutine and RS Java is same, right?
yeah.
So you have you like you know Dagger for dependency injection?
Dagger, no, I can say something like in Dagger is also same like Codeine we are using for dependent Codeine and Dagger. Okay, so Dagger I have not used, but it's same like it's create that instant of the any classes. no need to create like in coding. No, we are not creating anything. By default that library will create for you instance for any class. We have some method like module and all this thing annotation. With that we can access the class.